Support Pro Games on Patreon.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Danny G from PPG coming to you with back again degenerate style Digimon. We're talking about security control. This is a brand new take on the list. It's seen some tops in Asia, so I decided to add a little spin to it and it's been doing amazing. So we call this deck Angels of Demons and let's get into it. All right guys, to start off we got our baby eggs. Here's world champion Andrew Duval to guide us to victory for Demi Mera. Of course, you always want to draw in security control. That's the biggest issue with the deck, and you want to discard your Lusamans, so Demi Mera just works perfectly for that synergy. Next, obviously we run some level 3s. Here is your main starter of the deck, guys. We got 4 Itmons main starter of the deck. It gets you to 6 in trash. You want to have a certain number in trash, usually around 20 is the number you're trying to gauge for in your trash to get your deck flowing. Itmon, you don't have it in your opening hand, mulligan. You need Itmon to start it off. Next we play 4 OG Lucy. Lucy is a 5-cost heal and is a body on board. So for those who like Holy Wave off of security is cool, but this format is a little more aggressive, so you do want to have Lusaman to not only heal you for low cost, you also want it to swing the next turn. It is 10k, so it's a little annoying to get rid of for most decks, and then it can digivolve into chaos mode for 7, so it's a 7 pop removal if you want to consider it. But yeah, Lusaman, broken. 4 of, has many utilities as well. We'll get into that later on. Psychmon, Row Knight's best friend. We call him fake Gabumon at the shop. It just absolutely bodies the Row Knight's deck, and then just really good card. It's mainly for that matchup, which is a very prominent deck in the format, so you do want to see it, and you can recur him, so it's perfect for that as well. So Psychmon at 2. That's it for our babies. We get into the 3 level 4s that we play. We got 2 scatter modes. Scatter mode is really good draw engine. Security control is known for not having good draw power, so it absolutely fixes that. It also helps you get rid of cards you want in your trash instead of in your hand. Like maybe you want Lusamon sometimes in your trash, so you have them in your trash. You want definitely chaos mode in your trash for those dead or alives that may be lingering in your security. So, or maybe you perceive a play with a Hell Scythe and you want to have Magna Angemon in your trash, so you could discard that as well to play the Hell Scythe. There's a lot of different uses for scatter mode. Mainly the draw 3 and then get rid of 2 bricks is actually really good, so we play them at 2. And then we play our boy Doberman. Doberman, really good at recursion. It's also a mill 3. There's a lot of cards that work off your mills, so Doberman helps you facilitate that, helps you speed up the process. It's a 5-drop. It could go over Psych if you need it to, so it's not bad. A 5-drop usually isn't the end of the world. You could put your opponent at 2. So Doberman as a 1-of for recursion has been insane, guys. Actually insane. The deck, you want to focus on milling early game, so then later game you could pop off with these insane effects. One of the stars of the decks, guys, the star of the deck, Lusaman chaos mode. You bring him out dead or alive, 8 costs, you remove. Really good for tamers. There's a lot of tamers in this format, specifically like Shine. There's some tamers you want to get rid of when they can't heal it. You're playing another security control list, because security control, the standard version with yellow base and everything, has been really popping off. So if you really get rid of their purple sources, they really can't do anything major. They can't Hell Scythe and they can't chaos, which is their main thing. And you have enough cards in your trash. Lusamon reduces cost for every 10, so at some point he's also an 8-drop, which is fine for getting rid of big bodies, level 6s. Really good against Row Knights when they swing with their rush. slows them down because they already paid one of their big bodies. They don't have a lot of draw power, so you kind of really slow them down. Lusaman Chaos Mode is just absolutely broken, and I can't wait to see the support it gets in the future with the Lusaman line that we have hinted that it's coming out. Of course, what is a control list without the boy Magna Angie? Comes out of Hell Scythe, play him, heal 1. It's just pretty standard, heal 1. What can you say about Magna Angemon? Broken. Next, we're playing a 1 of Maycrack. The dual color is really good for a 6, or for example, a 3 and 3 to put your opponent at 3. It discards. I could discard the Chaos Mode. I could pop 1 thing, or if I want to discard a dual color, I could pop 2 things. So Maycrack is really good. On deletion, if it's a dual color, you gain 2 memory. So it's essentially, a lot of times you want to have your fall down mode die, so that way you could bring out a regular Lusaman from trash, heal 1, and then you gain 2 memory. So sometimes you want to think about those type of plays. Maycrack also comes out of Flame Hell Scythe, so if you want a -6 and then activate minus another 3, so -9. There's a lot of utilities with Maycrack, but it's not a main focus of the deck, so you play Maycrack at 1. For our level 6s, this guy, absolute blessing to the deck. We're talking about Gallantmon, the new BT13 one. Gallantmon on play deletes 6k or less, or if you can't do that, 13k or more. So you guys have to consider that when playing it. There's a lot of megas that don't reach that threshold, but I mean, it's also comes down for free with the amount of times you mill and your opponent spends in the late game to like counter a deck like Security Control. So most of the time it's coming down for free. Make sure you play them correctly, because if you have another Digimon on board, you won't be able to get the reduction. It's also when attacking, so that comes super clutch. It's an answer your opponent has to take care of, just because if they don't, then there's a lot of decks with a lot of Weenie Rush that are just going to get punished for it. We play him at 3 because, I mean, you want to see him and you can't really recur the red, so we play him at 3. He's also Rush, so he's oftentimes a sneak attack that your opponent wasn't expecting when they were counting the bodies on your board. So Gallantmon, definitely a 3 of. He's also big enough to where almost any swing to your security that Digimon will get deleted, so it's also another benefit there. Next, we got the boy Shadow Seraphi. Shadow Seraphi, can we talk about this guy? He is a really good floodgate, because when any of your security is removed, Digivolve, it's not once per turn. It really slows a lot of decks down. So the D-Digivolve is actually super gas, because it's a great way to get rid of a lot of things. And then if your opponent gets rid of him by on deletion, you heal 1, and then for each card in your security, which you are security control, so you can imagine, minus 4k for each card to one of your opponent's Digimon. So it's a good way to heal and delete. The D-Digivolve is just absolutely broken. So Shadow Seraphi, definitely a 2 of in this list. Of course, you can't forget the OG girl of modern security control, Ophani, fall down mode. Over the yellow source, you heal 1. If you're over Maycrack, you activate both effects. On deletion, you summon a level 4, level 3. Well, essentially you summon your Lusaman to heal, or you can summon Psychmon to counter Royal Knights. There's a lot of different utilities with the on deletion, which is really good. Obviously, Ophani used as a double purpose in this list because of the on deletion. Usually people don't think about that effect, but just the heal one was a main benefit of Ophani, but that on deletion just really extends your gameplay. Our final level 6. Let me breathe in the copium, guys. Let me really take in one of the best things to happen to Digimon Ace mechanic. So downsides, I lose 4 memory when it's removed from the field. Good downside. Benefits, counter ability, pass turn back to me. Big benefit. Trash cards from my hand, cards I don't want in my hand. That's a big benefit. When attacking, trash a card, delete the lowest cost Digimon my opponent controls. Huge benefit in the sense that a lot of decks right now only have 1 Digimon on board. So essentially, on swing, I'm deleting the biggest threat my opponent has. Comes up with Royal Knights, it comes up with decks like Mirage when they're not considering it. In the mirror match, it comes up, which is fine. I don't care if they play an option for less. I just dominating with this card. A 1-of is good. 1-ofs can win games. 1-ofs catches people by surprise. Metal Guru Ace has been super beneficial. I could also recur him. He's a 6-drop. They don't get rid of him. Just going off is fine. Definitely a really good 1-of that nobody's considered yet. So we're playing at the 1. Now let's get to the juice. I mean, I could just display this while I lay the field out with options. Pretty standard. We got the 3 Karis. Yellow Source, costs 1 less to heal. If I have 2 on board, my Lusaman comes down to 3, which is broken. Having Lusaman come down to 3 for a heal, so 3 cost heal for 2 Karis. Just one of your main yellow sources of the deck. A big benefit too that I like with the deck is that since you're purple base and most of your Digimon are yellow, decks like Black War Gray can't maneuver around, get rid of your purple sources, and you're sitting there like, I can't activate my Chaos deck. So big benefit to the deck is that it plays around the Tamer deletion, which is really easy for decks like Black War Gray to just pop all of your purple Tamers and just GG. So let's get into our option lineup. Option lineup, really exciting. I'm pretty sure you guys already know the standard stuff, but let's get into it. We run 3 of Dead or Alive. Why you run that? I mean, Dead or Alive Insecurity is a deletion with fall down mode in my trash. It from hand, 8 costs. And then I could also use it as a heal depending on what I want to do. I could bring back the Lusaman if I have 10 in trash. It was really easy in the deck, as I explained. The Immon is already 6, and then getting an extra 4 is not that difficult. Dead or Alive actually broken a recur chaos mode. Next, of course, everyone's favorite option card to see in security, Chaos Deg. What can you say? It's one of the best forms of removal for the game, because a lot of Digimon prevent being deleted by effects, or a lot of Digimon are just too hefty to get rid of. Plus, you don't want them to activate on deletion effects. So Chaos Deg, really good for that, especially against like decks like Hunter, where you don't want your opponent to have a whole stack go back on their Tamer with save. It has been really beneficial as well. So, and then decks like Black War Gray that protect against effects, Chaos Deg has just changed the game, become a really good option to get rid of cards. Not much you can say about Chaos Deg. Second favorite card of security control, we got the Flame Hell Scythe. Flame Hell Scythe, 3 of. I don't think I really need much of it. Does what it needs to do, -6, and then heal. Card is broken. You can consider it a deletion and a heal, or just help turbo out a deletion with the Maycrack. If you want to really get rid of like a 9k or an 8k, something really annoying, a 7k, which is a big threshold for a lot of level 5s. So Flame Hell Scythe at 3 is what we're doing. Next, we have our memory boosters. We have the 2 miss, and then we have 1 reinforce. Miss, pretty self-explanatory. You mill, and then you draw 1. Draw is really good in security control. And then you gain 2 memory just to help with all the hefty costs of what the deck is. So 2 miss. Reinforce is limited to 1 for a reason, guys. It's a heal and it's a gain 3, and if you see it off security, it is a big oof. Just really, really good card. There's a reason it's at 1. Next, we're playing 3 Rivals Barrage. Since you do mill a lot in this deck, Barrage getting milled out is really good, just because I can get resources I need back to my hand. So let's say I want fall down mode back to my hand, or the ace or rookie back, so extra aggression, Barrage is really, really good for that. And if not, in security, I delete the highest level, so it is a deletion, especially in one Digimon formats. Really, really good. And then yeah, I could just play it, also delete something. So Barrage at 3, super goated. Last, Death Slinger. Getting milled out, I gain a memory, which has come up really, really well. I'm sure Beal's players also attest to it. Death Slinger is just really, really good, and especially with the amount of mills I do as well, it becomes a super cheap big deleter for 4 at any given point. So Death Slinger has been also an MVP. 4 costs at 20 trash, delete level 6. Really, really broken. And that's our option lineup, guys, and that's the list. All right, guys, that was the list. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of the deck. If you want to pick up the singles, check out the affiliate link below. Subscribe to our Patreon, and remember to stay topping.